1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's
up young children, and the husband has been out to work a lot of the time. A woman can perhaps rightly feel she does a lot of the nurturing, the bringing up, the school and all the other things. So in that sense, a woman might say, well, I had to make decisions all the time when the children are very little, when to give them their food and all the other things. So maybe women do have to make, in a family setting, do have to make the majority of those kind of daily necessary decisions. But that probably doesn't mean they're necessarily better at it. It's just, we talked about the other week, didn't we? We talked about multitasking. Yeah. How you could say which sex is the better multitasker, and I think the bottom line is the capability is there on both sides. And the point is there are other factors, as we've said, which bite into making decisions. For example, if somebody has anxiety or depression, even something like OCD. Now, I suspect most people are on the OCD spectrum, albeit mostly at the bottom end of it. But we've all do that or done it. We look round to make sure we've locked the car. We go and push the front door a couple of times. We think, even though we know we've locked it, I suppose if we're doing some things on autopilot, you do want to double check. But OCD can be a major influence on an inability to make a decision. So that's another factor. So there's all sorts of psychological areas, I think, which impact on our ability to make a decision. So I don't think we could ever say that, women are better, men are better at making decisions. It's more a personal thing. What is an individual up against that may impact their ability to decide on things. What do you think? Do you think men or women have a better priority or a better ability?
I think from the little time that I've had the pleasure of having a girlfriend, I think.
Excuse me.
Don't laugh.
You make me feel sad for you when you say that. I might have to organise something for you.
Well, you might have to actually, an intervention.
You made me feel.
Get brother girlfriend.
There you go. I'll sort it out for you. I'll sort it out for you, bro.
Thank you. This is what friends are for, right? So, what I think that they definitely are on the highest spectrum of being indecisive, and I'll back it up. This is just not something that I'm gonna say lightly, because I know people are gonna come for me in the comment section. I know that. Well, this is the reason why. So when I used to have this girlfriend called Kylie, and used to, back when I was in Scotland, and I'd just say to her, well, I'm ordering a pizza. Do you want one? She goes, no. And then I go, all right then. Okay, so you don't want a pizza? He goes, no. You definitely don't want a pizza. And this is a true conversation. A true conversation. Yeah. You definitely don't want a pizza. So if I order the pizza, you're not going to try to have some of mine? Nope. All right. So I order a pizza. And
I know what's coming, I think.
You can already guess it, can't you? So I sit down and I go, I just can't wait to just dive into my pizza. So I open it up, pick a slice up, and I'm eating it. What does she do? Comes and sits down next to me. Can I just have?
The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Custis, and fund the aim of everything Custis.
So I open it up, pick a slice up, and I'm eating it. What does she do? Comes and sits down next to me. Can I just have one? one. I'm like, no, you can't have one of my pizza. And we just end up just running around the room because she's trying to get my pizza, which I ordered. I could have ordered one as well. And she'd be like, "Oh, I don't like this topping on my pizza and blah blah blah." And she'll eat it, and I'm like, "Well, you don't like that, yeah." So decision, when it comes to decision, and that's the only thing I'm basing it on. It's just that. That's enough. I think that's enough evidence. Just that I'm basing it on that, and sometimes I'd say to her, your dad just rang. He said you want picking up. No, I think I'm staying at my grandma's tonight. All right. And then her dad will ring me up and say, well, guess what? I'm going to pick Kylie up. I'm like, well, no, she's staying at, no, she's not. She changed her mind. This is like 11 p.m. at night. And I'm like, yeah. So, that's what I'm basing it on. This is it. I'm going on.
Whether that's a statistically relevant amount of people is a moot point, of course, isn't it? Absolutely, you're basing all that on one person. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, actually, one example I can give of that, and one of my brothers, when we used to go out, we went to Europe with them when I was married as well. And I think he doesn't watch this podcast, so I can safely say this, but it often happened in the mornings. We come downstairs in the hotel, and my wife then, as she was, and myself and Jeff, my brother, we all had our breakfast. And Jeff would say to Lydia, "You're not having one today, Lyd," as he called her. And she said, No, I don't fancy breakfast. And he, like you, he said, "Are you sure?" I think that was based on past experience, but he said, and she said, "No, I really don't feel like it." Yeah. So, of course, the inevitable happened when the lovely British, it was like a British English fried breakfast, used to turn up, the eggs, the sausages, the bacon, and everything. Yeah. Once Jeff was tucking into his, as I was and my wife was, Lydia started to pick off some of his sausage, and he would get so cross, saying, "Look, you could have had your own breakfast." But of course, by then Lydia was so well into it, she ended up eating half of Jeff's. So I do know what you mean. Someone can think, "No, I don't fancy that," but when it actually comes and you get the smell of it in your nostrils, the good food, and we could all do that. You don't think you're up for something like that, and then when you can smell the food, smell the coffee, so to speak, you actually want some yourself. So that was what happened with your friend, I suspect, with Kylie.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Hans.
Of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Custis. And fund the aim of everything Custis.